What's up, Hyperdrivers? Today in the house, I have the Qui-Gon Jinn Lightsaber. In this video, I'm going to give you an up-close look at the hilt. We're going to talk about where you can buy it, how much it costs, and then we'll take it out for a spin test to see how it works. Let's get to this. Welcome back, my friends, to the Hyperdrive channel. I am the Medinalorian, here to share with you guys all the cool Star Wars stuff that you could be buying with your hard-earned credits. If this is your first time on the channel, I appreciate you stopping by to check out my latest video. If you like Star Wars like I do, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can jump to light speed every week with us right here on the Hyperdrive. So today, I got a new lightsaber to unbox from Deluxe Sabers. So Deluxe Sabers is another lightsaber company that you can buy lightsabers from, obviously, because I got one right here. But you can buy replica lightsabers, you can buy unique lightsabers. They got a really wide selection of lightsabers for you to check out. They right now have on their site a new Darth Revan that I'm kind of eyeballing, as well as an Ahsoka Tano that I'm thinking I may pull the trigger on. But today what I got in the house is the Qui-Gon Jinn replica lightsaber. So this one runs normally $399, and you can get that on their website today. If you guys want to check them out, I'll leave a link in the description below for you guys to get to them. I am loving these lightsabers that come in these cases. I just dig it. I love these cases. You can walk around with your hilt. They got a combination lock on it, which is really dope. I like that. You know, it's a cool way to walk around with your lightsaber, you know, and whip it out whenever you want to get into a fight, I guess. But I like it. Anyway, let's get this thing cracked open and check out what's inside. Let me spin it around so you guys can see what's going on here. So you have, again, the combination lock that you can set to whatever you want it to set to. You pop it open like that. I love the sound of that. And then it clicks open, and you have all this cool stuff in here. So obviously you have the lightsaber. We'll get to that last. You have a charging cable. There's no charging brick again. You're going to need a brick if you want to charge your lightsaber. All right, you have instructions on the padlock system so that you can set your combination. All right, you have a blade plug. I really like the way this one looks. So that's cool, and it's Neopixel. All right, so this is a Neopixel lightsaber, and it has a ton of different colors that you can choose from. We'll get into that in a second. You have the Allen wrench as well as some extra screws so that you can tighten your blade. You have an extra Allen wrench that you can use with the handle. This comes in handy to get it nice and tight. All right, you have the display stand. So you get a display stand that you can take and display your lightsaber if you want to do it that way. I'm going to be putting mine up on the wall because I like doing that. You have your instructions so that you can figure out what you're doing. And it opens way up. All right, so lots to go over on that. You have your USB, because you can actually change the sound fonts on this and it's customizable. So that's cool. All right, you get a Neopixel blade, which is pretty big. Okay, and you get the Qui-Gon Jinn hilt. So you get a lot of cool stuff for $399. That's not bad. All right, so let's take a look at this hilt. I really do like the hilt design, although you can see, for those of you who are very familiar with the Qui-Gon Jinn lightsaber, that this is not very accurate to the one from the film. To start off, the ignition switch on Qui-Gon's lightsaber was a red button that was raised from the hilt itself. This area here, this metal area, here is kind of like a chrome finish. On the original one, it's more of like an aluminum type of finish to it. All right, and then the front part of your emitter is also got an aluminum finish to it. So this one's all black. The grips as well, you can see on this one, on the Qui-Gon Jinn saber, these grips are actually more cut in, and there's more opening in between these areas here, all right, which gives it kind of this unique look to it. But this is actually a really, really close representation for $399, especially with all the other stuff that you get, you know, Neopixel and all the jazz, the box, you know, the whole nine. It's a really nice setup for what you get. So here is your pommel. It's got an opening there for the speaker, you can see. You have your Covertech wheel right here so that you can attach it to the side of your belt if you want to. All right, here's your grip section that I showed you earlier. All right, let's see if I get you in focus. And then you have the chrome features. You can see the chrome is very shiny. Definitely reflects a lot. You have your ignition switch right there, your charge port right there. This is a single button system, okay? And then your emitter section right here. It does come with a blade plug, I showed you that earlier, but the emitter section is so deep that when it slides in, there is no way to tighten that down. So that's something about this this hilt. They did set this up with a Neopixel setup. I think it maybe could have been just a regular blade plug without the Neopixel, because this actually has LEDs in there that shine out, and then that would allow this to glow. Without this being able to tighten down, there's no way that this is going to stay in there so that it would react with the board. So that's something to think. Maybe we could change that up. So this lightsaber is a little longer than the other lightsabers that I have in my collection. Let me show you real quick. So here is the Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber, just so you can get an idea. It's just slightly longer than my regular lightsabers. So it might make it a little bit more difficult for me to whip around. It is definitely lighter than this, but it does have some heft to it. And it's definitely like a two-handed type of lightsaber. So this is something like, if you want to consider like a great sword or something like that from medieval, if that's what you want to compare it to. The lightsaber has a lot of cool electronic features, lots of cool options that come with it. You get 6 different ignition options. You get 6 different blade effects. You get an infinite amount of colors that you could choose from. You can change the audio options on it. So there's lots of things you can do with it. And I'm going to show you guys all that cool stuff when we get outside and test it out. For now, I'm going to fire it up in here so you guys can see what it sounds like. Here we go. You can see that it's got a pretty loud speaker to it. It sounds pretty clear. I like that. You can change the sound level by pressing the button, and it blinks once, and you can turn the volume slightly lower, or you can mute it if you wanted to do that. All right, so we're gonna keep it loud like that so that you guys can hear it in the microphone. Let's fire it up. Let's twist the fire. There you go, twist the fire up. You see you get a blue light right there. You got a nice smooth swing. You get blade hit. I think if you hold it and hit, it locks. So we'll show you some more of that outside. And it's pretty nice, man. I like that. And you just twist to turn off. You can also turn it on and off by the button if you wanted to do that as well. All right, so that is the hilt. Let's take it outside, spin it around, and see how it works. All right, let's get this thing fired up and see how this thing acts. Here we go. So you see, it has a nice loud sound. Good smooth swing. All right, some options that you have with the lightsaber. When it's off, you can lower or mute the volume. So I'm going to do it right now.
Volume low.
See, I could turn it down like midway.
Mute.
And then you can mute it.
Volume high.
And you can turn the volume way up. All right, twist to turn on, and twist to turn off. All right. It's definitely got a nice heft to it. And it's definitely a two-handed lightsaber. So, feels good like that. But it is light enough to do a little bit of maneuvers with. You got different types of ignition. So if you hold it down for 2 clicks,
Rainbow blade.
it'll change to different types. So here's a rainbow blade. Get all nice and colorful. Check that out. Really neat.
Candy blade.
Candy blade. Gets that kind of effect to it.
Unstable.
Unstable. And it gets like a blinking effect. All right.
Cracked blade.
Cracked blade. You can see that it's got like little break points there, here and there. That's coming up on camera. I love the brightness of the lightsaber, by the way. It's got a really nice brightness to it. Fire blade. It's kind of like a flame effect to it.
Steady.
And then steady. And then it's back to normal. All right. You also got a difference in ignition, I think. So it's 1, 2, 3.
Blaster blade.
Blaster blade. And then this only reacts when it hits something. All right. Ghost blade. Got somebody in the background there making all kinds of noise. So Ghost blade only moves only turns on when the lightsaber moves.
Broken ignition.
Sorry about that. Somebody in the neighborhood with a very noisy car. Stack ignition. That one is cool. 2, 3.
Photon ignition.
Photon ignition. That was pretty cool too. All right, 3.
Warp ignition.
Warp ignition. That was dope. So it kind of like ignites from both ends.
Phaser ignition.
Phaser ignition. Had a neat little effect there like that. So you can see there's a lot of different ignition types. Scavenger. That was pretty neat.
Hunter ignition.
Hunter. That was cool. All right, 3.
Standard blade.
Standard blade, and it goes back to normal. Okay. Beyond that, when the lightsaber's turned on, you got blade clash. If you hold down the button, you get blade lock. Pressing the button once will get you blaster bolt, and then I think it even does melt. Although I can't remember how to do it. But it does have a melted tip. I just can't remember how to do it. There it goes. So I guess you got to swing it. And you press it to get out of it. Okay? And then you can also change the color. 3, 4.
Bounty.
All right.
Horizon.
New Horizon. I love these ignitions.
The assassin.
The assassin. Ooh, it's got kind of a cracked effect to it. That's cool. I like that one too. Very nice. Ooh, and the sound, I like that. Because it's so big, it does feel kind of weird whipping it around though.
The knight.
The knight. Huh, red. You can change the color of the blade. If you didn't like, say, this color that's happening here, I think you just hold it down twice and you can see that you could cycle through your colors, whatever you want it to be. There's red. It's pink. White. And you see it phases through the different colors as well, so you can really select what you want it to be. All right, so let's say I wanted to stick to that. I could just press the button and then it locks it into place, and now I have a green color for that. So very easy to change colors on it. All right, that's about it. And that's gonna about do it for the Qui-Gon Jinn Lightsaber from Deluxe Sabers, also known as the Wanderer. I think it's a pretty awesome hilt. You know, it's not the most accurate lightsaber to the one in the film. Obviously, it's missing some of the features that make it identical to the Qui-Gon Jinn lightsaber from the movie, but it's pretty close. I love all of the stuff that you get with it. The case, the Neopixel, having the blade plug, and all of the other stuff that you get for the $399 price point. So I think it's a really nice buy if you want to get a Qui-Gon Jinn style hilt for your collection. Let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments below. And until next time, may the Force be with you.